Hi, my name is Steven Sitas. Today I'm going to show the translation features of the alpha360 ERP. Let's go on and log in to version 1.01. Now, as we see, the first thing is that we can choose a language. We are going to go to the English language, which is what we call our reference language. Now, we are using the English language and the language is internal. Let's take a minute and tell a few things about how we usually translate applications in the WX environment. Let's go to our project. Let's go and see the project description. And what we usually do is we add languages to the project languages area. We can add whatever language we want. What is the problem with this way of doing things? First of all, we have to translate every caption, every message in our ERP. We of course can do these kind of things automatically with a translation service like Google's, but it takes some time. We have added translation features inside our ERP so a developer or even a user can add his own languages. Let's go on and see it. What I have done, let's go to the system area, to the languages, and see a list of languages that we have added to our ERP. See that our language is our English. We have an English language that has, it says that it is an internal language. It means that the developer has added to the project a language as we have seen here. This is the language here. So because English is a project language, in ERP it is an internal language, meaning it will not use any kind of translation features, but it will use directly what is already in the project. French, German, Chinese, and Greek are added as non-internal languages. So let's see how things work. Let's go to the translation area. We have a dictionary. We work a little different than the way PCsoft works. We don't work on a field-on-field basis. We work freely on a dictionary. Let's see how this works. Let's go. I want to translate to Greek. It's easier for me because I understand Greek, but I'll make it easy for you also. So I have chosen to translate to Greek. So let's go to the inventory. Let's go to the products and services, and here I have a table. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use Alt, Control, and T for translate. You will see now, if we go back to translations, that what it has done, it has, for everything that is in our window, it has made an entry in the dictionary for Greek, product posting. This is the reference language and it is English. Why it is English? We can choose it to be whatever we want, but we have chosen in this implementation for it to be in English. We can change it over here. We go to administration, we go to company, to configuration, and here is our reference language. Now, the same way I can go to another form. Let's say I go to the add product services. Alt, Control T, and everything from here, say product ID, has come over here. Because it existed already, the caption that existed in the previous attempt, it would not be double inserted here. So let's see what I'm going to do in the translation here. Just take a look. This is the product ID. So I'm going to change it. I'm going to add the Greek translation. I'm going to give something in front so you can see it. And in Greek it is kodikos. And I'm going to change the description also, and it's perigraphi. Okay? So, what this actually does is that wherever the ERP expects description in English, it will write this thing when we select the Greek language. And just for the sake of it, let's change also this one. This one has products and services. We don't need to use Control Alt T. We can just go here. We can add Greek. We can add the text. We're going to change it here in Greek. I'm not going to give anything in front. It will be obvious. So I've done partly my translation. Let's get out of the logout. Let's log in again. Let's select now Greek. Now, the first thing you will see as we go to inventory, this has changed. And the title up here. And this is the product ID, and this is the description, has changed here and here inside a table. Let's go to do an add. It has changed also here and here. Easy, isn't it? Let's go and see how things will work now in the WebDev implementation. I'll close my project. I'll open it in WebDev, sorry. Okay, I'll run it. I'll select Greek, connect. Let's go to the ERP, to the inventory, and see everything is Greek. This has not changed because it says lists of products and services. I would have to do an entry for this. This has changed. This has changed, and let's do an edit. This also has changed, and this also has changed. So, with only one project language, only one internal project language, and a few simple but automatic steps, we can even let sorry, a system administrator do his own translations. And how can you, the developer, add a language to the ERP? Not an internal, one that uses our translation facilities. Let's see it in the code. Let's do a logout here. Okay. Let's go here. This is the project code area inside the ERP. This is common for the WINDEV and WEBDEV. There is an area here, sorry, and we have the activate languages. It says here, to add language to the systems, go and add them here. Let's go with an F2. And the only thing we have to do is add this for another language. And it is then automatically all over the WINDEV and the WEBDEV implementations. For reasons to be consistent with PC soft implementation, the ID is the same used in the nation ID of the WX products. Something that is very important here that we stumbled for some time is that we couldn't at the same time have in a WebDev page Chinese, Greek and French or English. We had made it to have two languages, Greek and French, or French and Chinese, but we couldn't do it by default with every known language. There is just an important little and simple little thing to do. Just use change character set to this. After this, everything works fine. To be clear, everything worked fine in tables and in many areas of the WebDev implementation, but it didn't work with edit fields. With this little change character set, everything works across all the WebDev implementation. Now, before closing this video, let me answer a few questions that I get over and over with email or phone sometimes, etc. First of all, the product will be in version 21 for many reasons. First of all, it took us a long time to develop a rather large commercial base of developers. Most developers, when we started, were on versions previous to version 21. And it was very difficult for most of them to upgrade to version 21 to get the product. We are going to stay with version 21 for some time now, and we are going to do announcements to use another version after a long time. But at least we will always have a base version 21. Now, what about other versions? Well, what is next in our development is a Java and after that a Linux implementation. Why that? Because we have developed the product, the data analysis, the business processes, and even the user interface in a way that we think that we can make an easy transition to Java and Linux. Java, we need Java because a lot of people want to use it on Macs and don't want to use things like emulation, etc. So next will be Java and Linux, but always after we release the version 1.1, the version 1.1. Now, what about mobile? Well, mobile is certainly is one of our options. What we are going to do before we start the WX mobile version, we are going to publish our web services. Most of the business processors you see are currently being implemented as web services also. So there is only one way, at least one way we can think of, to do mobile versions, and that is to use web services. There is no other way. We are not sure which version we are going to use. WINDEV and WEBDEV are very stable in version 21, but as you know, mobile changes very quickly. We may have to work with another version than WINDEV Mobile version 21. But we are still investigating it and we cannot say anything yet. Another question is why the two implementations look the same. We wanted to do the WebDev implementation as a WebDev app. We didn't want to do it as a web page or things like that. We didn't want to do fancy things with JavaScript. We wanted to use it just like a WinDev application. And I think that we have visually made two beautiful products as people from all around the world tell us. The next big question is about our prices. We started very low and we still are very low. We are selling the product for 299 euros until the end of August 31, 2017. After that, it will be at a more logical price. We think it will be 1,299 euros. So you still have some days to order with the special offer. Just note that people that ordered before 31/7/2017 not only got the product for 299 euro, they also got the B2B and the productions models for free. This offer is not available anymore. So the 299 for only the ERP will end on August 31. Another question is, where are our commercial developers? From where are they? We are proud to announce that we have hundreds of commercial developers. They are from North and South America. They are from all over Europe, from Africa, from tiny islands, from Australia, from Philippines, from Singapore. Sadly, we don't have anybody from Russia, anybody from China, and anybody from Japan. I don't remember any other place in the world where we don't have subscribers, but although it's not what you would call a huge marketing success, everything is looking fine right now. And before we close this video, a little something about the open source version. The open source version, although not as complete as the commercial versions, is really a rather large and complete product for education. You can use it. The terms are on our website. Don't remember to go and log in, and so you can download things like that, subscribe to our newsletter, etc. We are going to stop the development of the open source version for a couple of months. We have a lot of work to do on the commercial versions, and we will leave it aside because we have to throw all our resources to extending all our business application for developers. And finally, we are very, very near to introduce our .NET Core implementation of the alpha360 ERP. It really takes, when you are ready to publish, here comes Microsoft and it shows Core 2.0 instead of Core 1.0. So you look at the drawing board and see if something can be wrong. Maybe you can include new features, etc. That is a battle that I know that you developers battle with every day. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time. Goodbye.